Breaking news just in, and this one's a game changer. Just 2 hours ago, the long-awaited emergency relief package was officially signed into law. And with that signature, $2,000 stimulus payments are now on their way directly to millions of Americans receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. Yes, you heard that right. If you're on a fixed income through one of these programs, your bank account could be seeing a $2,000 boost as soon as next week. No applications, no waiting in line, and no confusing paperwork, just direct support coming your way during a time when every dollar counts. Today's update brings all the latest on what this means, how fast the payments will arrive, who exactly qualifies, and what you should do, if anything, to make sure you're getting yours. After months of political gridlock and non-stop debate, both chambers of Congress finally reached a deal. The president signed it, making it official. And now, the agencies responsible, like the Treasury Department, Social Security Administration, the VA, and the IRS, are already at work preparing for the rollout. So here's what you need to know. If you receive Social Security retirement, supplemental security income, Social Security disability, or Veterans Affairs benefits, you're in. This legislation was written specifically for you. Lawmakers have been clear. Fixed-income Americans have been hit the hardest by rising costs of living, from groceries to healthcare to housing. And this package is designed to help ease that pressure immediately. The $2,000 payment will be sent automatically, using the same method you already receive your monthly benefits. If you get direct deposit, expect your funds the same way. If you're paid by paper check or direct express card, that's how your stimulus will come too. No separate sign-up process. No extra steps. Now, let's talk timing. Officials close to the rollout say the first wave of payments will begin processing within 7 to 10 business days. That means direct deposit recipients could see money land in their accounts as early as next week. For those receiving checks or card payments, it might take a little longer, typically 3 to 4 weeks, depending on mail service and processing times. The agencies involved have promised a faster and more efficient rollout, having learned valuable lessons from the earlier stimulus rounds. So even though millions are receiving payments, the system is better prepared this time. Let's break down who qualifies and how much you'll get. Every recipient of Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits who is receiving payments as of the last eligibility determination date will qualify for the full $2,000. But there are income limits to be aware of. Individuals with adjusted gross incomes up to $75,000 will get the full payment. Above that, the amount starts to phase out. Once you hit $100,000 in income, you won't qualify. For married couples filing jointly, the full amount is available up to $150,000 in income, with a full cutoff at $200,000. Your eligibility will be based on your most recently filed tax return or the income records already on file with the Social Security Administration or VA. Now, here's an important point. This payment will not affect your existing benefits. It doesn't count as income. It won't reduce your SSI, Medicaid, food stamps, or housing assistance. For 12 full months after you receive it, it won't count toward your resource limits either. So you can use it without worrying about losing other critical support. And there's more good news. Qualifying dependents are eligible for an additional $500 per dependent. So if you're a parent, grandparent, or caregiver raising dependents while receiving benefits, this could mean a larger check for your household. There's also a special note for families with adult children who have disabilities. If your child is receiving SSI or SSDI and is claimed as a dependent on your tax return, they still qualify for the dependent portion of this payment. And if you're a grandparent raising a grandchild, you're covered too. Now, let's talk about protections. Lawmakers built in strong safeguards to make sure your money actually gets to you. This stimulus payment is protected from garnishment for most private debts. That means credit cards, medical bills, and even private student loans can't touch it. The only exception, past due child support. That's still eligible for garnishment under federal law. And beyond just the stimulus payments, this bill includes more help on the way, funding for home and community-based care, food assistance programs, support for affordable housing, and increased help with utility bills, especially during extreme weather months. This package wasn't easy to pass. Lawmakers went back and forth for months, proposing different payment amounts and eligibility rules. But the version that made it through reflects a clear focus: helping the Americans who are most vulnerable and most affected by inflation. In particular, those on fixed incomes who've seen their monthly budgets squeezed by rising prices in nearly every category. The $2,000 amount wasn't chosen at random. It was calculated based on research showing how much extra people on benefits are paying each month for essentials like healthcare, groceries, and rent. Financial experts are advising recipients to think carefully about how to use the money. If you've got urgent needs like overdue rent, medical bills, or home repairs, that's where your dollars should go first. But if those bases are covered, consider putting some of it into emergency savings. That way, a one-time payment can provide longer-term peace of mind. One last warning: scammers are already trying to take advantage of the situation. Officials are urging you to stay alert. You will never be asked to pay a fee, buy a gift card, or share sensitive information to receive this payment. All legitimate communications will come through official government channels, and your money will arrive the same way you get your regular benefits. No special actions required. For new beneficiaries, those who just started receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits recently, you'll still qualify, even if you were added to the system after the last eligibility checkpoint. You might just receive your payment in a later wave. If your dependent status has recently changed, maybe you adopted a child or became a guardian, there will be a simple online portal to update that info. It's still being finalized, but it'll ensure you get the correct dependent bonus. Also important, even if you receive multiple types of benefits, like both Social Security and VA, you'll only get one $2,000 payment. It'll be processed through whichever agency provides your primary benefit, and there won't be duplicate payments. Looking ahead, while there's no official word on a follow-up stimulus just yet, some lawmakers are already discussing the possibility. It all depends on how this round impacts the economy, and whether inflation and household costs continue to stay high. The bill even includes a provision requiring agencies to track the results of this relief package to inform future support efforts. Best of all, these payments are tax-free. You won't need to report them on your next tax return, and you won't owe a penny of it back. That was a deliberate move by lawmakers to simplify things and make sure the full value of the payment stays in your hands.